as women get older, their sex drive is going to go up. As men get older, theirs is going to go down.
Yeah.
And so these conversations
ED.
actually need to keep happening over the
So
course
what?
of any relationship. And it might seem like right now the benefit is to the woman's benefit, right? But later it might be to the man's. If he can't keep an erection and I keep going, well, let's just do it. It might be nice to have an hour where we're not thinking about whether or not you can stay hard, to be honest. So it's just something to use.
But that's what I'm trying to ask. Again, the first thing that I'm thinking about, and I know you're an expert, and you know, you shut it down last time you came here, so we always appreciate you. So I need you to really walk us through this. You mostly concentrated on the woman, like her map of her body. What happened to the dude? Are you mapping my body?
So you are imagining this as a man mapping a woman's body.
Yeah,
I guess
that's
because
the only
I'm a
thing I
woman and
see.
so I'm talking about myself. One of the rules of pleasure mapping is take turns. So if you're not reciprocating, this is not the right activity for you, right? Like if you're like, I want to know about my pleasure, but you have to just do it. Like, what is that? That's like some sub-dom sort of stuff, some BDSM
that's where my
dynamics,
brain's at.
right?
But
And
is there a pleasure mapping without the partner?
Yes.
So what does that look like for a man?
So if you were to, so I actually have like a recording of a sensual meditation that you can find online right now on the retreat website. One of the things that you do is you can either use an object, you could use your hand, you could go inside, outside, wherever you feel comfortable. And part of it is about one, just calming down and noticing what your body feels like to begin with. And then taking the time to actually sort of go through your body with touching, right? And see kind of where feels better for you and linger in some time in that space, right? Now, that
What happens if he finds out he likes his feet touched?
That's what you
Then-
think.
That's
then
kind of
you just-
crazy. Like,
you just learned a wonderful thing today.
yo, babe, grab my
Right. Feet
heel.
touching.
Like-
And because that's what I'm saying is there's actually a better chance if you find out what you like solo first and then bringing it
Makes
to your
sense,
partner
yeah.
later so that you don't feel judged, you know?
I like back rubs.
Well, I don't think you could solo.
Nah, I
map
just
that.
know like when my back gets touched, I'd be like, oh,
Yeah, and so it's a different experience,
like the back
right?
of my neck too.
But for a lot of people, they wait for their partner to bring them pleasure. And this is even as something like if I like sitting in the sun and with cool water on my feet, right? That's pleasure. It's not just about like the whole entire sexual experience of pleasure, but like how much do you find pleasure in your work,
In your day to
in your day-to-day life? Like, is there passion in what you do? Do you show up with that kind of energy that is, and when they talk about like chakras, right? Like the sexual chakra is just creativity, right? Like how much are you creating? How much are you sort of making from passionate places? And that honestly kind of helps your sex life, to be honest with you. If you can get down out of your head, survival mode and sex mode should not be in the same place.
It makes sense. That's what he just
That's what he was
said.
talking about, right?
Yeah.
Survival mode versus like safety, basically, right? Like
Yeah.
if I'm gonna be like naked, like literally naked and opening my body up, that isn't really how I feel when I'm looking at my bills. You know, like I'm not like, oh, this really makes me feel comfortable. Like I just want to just get comfortable, take something off, relax. Like that's not what my body's doing when I'm looking at my bills.
Right.
So it's a
That's-
lot of like strippers and stuff like that in the wrong occupation.
I mean, not if they're
That's
comfortable.
survival mode in sex.
But that's why a lot of people will tell you, even who are in sex work, that there's a difference between the sex they have with their partner and the work that they do, right? Because one of those things feels different. Like if I'm a porn star, I may not want to have my leg up on a motorcycle with like with the angles for everybody to
They might
see.
not, but like a porn star might not be in survival mode. I'm talking about survival mode. I'm talking about the girl who's like, I don't got nowhere to live, so I'm stripping right now and
And a lot of
having
those
sex.
people learn to check out of their body, aka dissociate, so that their body can be one place doing one thing and their mind can be somewhere else. Really. Like, and that's how a lot of us, I say us because I've also been able to do this in my own situations, right? And I've worked with people who it's innocent. It's not even a thing that they mean to do. Like their partner's grieving and they want to have sex because they're grieving. And the other person's like, I guess I don't want to say no. And so they keep doing it and they start checking out of their body. It's not like some extreme thing. It's just like if you're not doing it because you're comfortable, you're going to sort of risk putting your body in a place where it's like, oh, it's not safe to feel this. So just stop feeling. Our bodies are not stupid. If we don't want to feel something, we don't. And so if we have bad sex, it ruins sex kind of for us in the future if we can't get with somebody who values that we need to feel comfortable first.
I think that's traumatic sex more than bad sex.
State.
Yeah. But I mean,
That
you know,
sounds sad.
but that's how a lot of, you know what's weird is that a lot of people in the
I
most,
think I need a shot.
a lot of people who are in the most exciting places, that's
Shots,
really how
shots?
they living.
Shot,
Yes.
shot, 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 shot.
I went
Shot, you doing a shot with us?
Was this like grieving?
Not
and
whiskey,
That's
but
tequila.
okay, I was gonna say, you know, me and
Like,
the
she already
tequila.
told us what her.
I said, look, we
her
got
drink
this
is.
over early.
Oh, wait. Since it's, I actually meant to ask you this earlier. What is your like preferred tequila or your top 3 tequilas, like your go-tos?
I don't really know. I end up drinking a lot of Casamigos.
Okay. How do you like recommend like when you have
The
sessions?
whiskey.
Wait, Rico, what are you doing? We're about to
Hold on,
take
hold on,
it.
hold on.
Marie and Lonnie want a whiskey shot.
Okay, I'll bring it to you guys. Go ahead. Aaron.
Okay. Oh, geez, sorry.
It's all right.
So how do you recommend people like have these, I won't say difficult, but these uncomfortable conversations about, and I honestly, I think, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like it's more difficult for women to have the conversations.
It kind of depends. I mean, it's interesting because men can be very boxed in. So if there's something untraditional or
Right.
unexpected, I've had a lot of therapy sessions where people will be like, I haven't told her yet, you know, and it'll be like weeks and weeks
I
of
haven't
us,
told her yet.
you know, like I'm sitting on this one until she's ready to hear it, right? Like there's a lot of people worried about reactivity,
Right.
but that's a separate thing. But I think
Damn.
the real truth is that the easiest way to address most things is in the moment. Like, let's not make a long speech about it later. Let's not write a long email later. Like, if something comes up and it's not comfortable, if something comes up and it triggers you, say it then, right? Like, if you say it way later, then sometimes it can create sort of a weird, like, how am I going to reopen this conversation?
It happened so long ago now. Now
Yeah,
you
but
just
sometimes-
waiting and
I mean,
waiting.
it's better
and
late
like,
than never, you know, because you don't want somebody to not understand what happened.
if too much time is going by, I ain't saying shit.
Nah, the thing is, like, sometimes you
notebook.
really don't know until you sit down and think about it. Like,
No, that's fair.
hold on,
That's
time out.
fair. But at the same time, I think like there's a difference between saying, "Hey, I know what this means,"
Yeah,
and saying, "I can tell that something is off," right? And so like that's what I'm saying. I do body-based work. Your body knows right away. Your body knows before you do what it is that's going on. And I've messed myself up sometimes and said words and been like, "You just said words, but that wasn't what was really going on for you. You're just being defensive, right?" Then later you think about it and you're like,
Dang, I was wrong.
"This was about something totally different." So now I got to go back and
Fix it.
tell the truth
Yeah.
instead of saying the thing I said before. But I mean, I it's uncomfortable, but I be going back.
I
But
told
what
you the
about
first
when
time I got
women-
slapped during sex, I was like, "What the fuck? What's wrong with you?"
Slapped in a good way or slapped because something was wrong?
No, like she was
Another
riding
one
me.
of those choking and
No, it was
I
it
did
was during
both
sex.
before.
And I was trying to
You should
figure
say
out.
that was her thing.
No, because first of all, I told her, like, "Yo, listen, don't ever do that again." Right? But
Right away.
But no, it wasn't right away.
Oh, okay.
Like it was like probably like we finished whatever. Like, you know, like maybe like an hour later, I was sitting in the bathroom. I'm like, yo, she just slapped the shit out of me. Like, yo,
I'm still feeling it on your face.
like,
Your
yo,
face was
like-
still hot.
You feel some kind of
She
way.
really think she can slap you? Like,
That be happening to me.
I don't give a
Somebody
fuck what you riding, bitch. Like, you don't ever put your hands
later
on
like,
me.
yo, did somebody
Like,
grab
I
me?
had to talk myself. Like, I was like, yo, listen, can I
Calm
talk to you for a
down.
second?
Yeah, that's a big no.
Yo,
That's a
don't
big
ever
no.
hit me like that. You could probably punch me in my chest. I'll rock with that. Don't slap my face. That's different.
Yeah.
For me, that's different.
That's extreme.
But I ain't gonna lie, it happened again. I kind of like.
See? All of a sudden.
But it was a way more gentle
Different
slap.
person or the same person?
Same person, but it was
She did it twice after you told her don't?
she's a Gemini. Y'all don't listen. Like,
I
First
listen.
of all, now she knows who it is.
you gotta it's a slap, grab, kiss. Like, you know, it can't just be slap and leave it
it
alone.
was more
It's
so.
like
The second time wasn't more so a slap.
She
It was
did
a-
something.
It was a mush.
First of all, you did
It was
something
more of a mush.
that
I was like,
she
"Ah,
knew
you pushed
about.
me, like, get off.
she didn't want to bring it up, so she slapped you.
Oh, it was not even it was a pure
We
pleasure.
just added. That's what she does. She just added,
Added context.
She would be adding shit. She wasn't even.
That, no,
fucking,
I didn't. No, hold on.
She wasn't there at all. like,
Because
I wasn't there at all.
I did that one time. I was
Alright,
I was
so you're
slapping
projecting. It's like, there we go.
Can we talk about like?
and I am a Gemini.
Like, wait, we're
It
gonna
was a
take our
tongue
shot,
that was, like, a little
and then
crazy.
we'll
You want to do the
yeah, we're
We're gonna do the shot.
to pleasure. Actually, you can make the cheers.
Me?
To Colombia,
No,
both of them.
That's true. You'll see.
Oh.
Don't be funny. Don't be funny.
I'm not even being
Don't
funny.
be funny.
No, we are
I'm
taking
talking
a
to my
shot
girl.
to Gemini season.
Period.
Right? It is Gemini season.
It is.
And pleasure, like the Gemini's
I
like.
don't want to claim.
Clank, 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 clank.
Clink, 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 clink. Happy June 1st, y'all. Gemini season, period.
Sounds so smooth.
Ooh.
How the hell that goes down smooth? You drank half of it.
I'm hanging on.
You're on the mic.
Oh, I don't know.
Ooh, that
I don't
Blanco,
know what it's gonna be.
So there's actually, thanks to Aaron, there's a company that I had a conversation with. They make tequilas.
Thanks to
Is
me.
it the 100%
Thanks to you for
agave
this.
one?
So when they showed me
Oh.
this bottle, I was like, this is pretty cool. Like, I like how you designed it. I'm like, is this 100% agave? He said, oh, it says it right there. I was like, why?
Confirmation. So the
Let me try
brown
this
one is
shit.
100%. That's the white one's not 100%.
No, it is. Well, I don't know what it. I mean, I imagine, but like that is typically what like the non 100% agave is like all these additives and like colors. Like, say for instance, Jose Cuervo. Like Cuervo, like
That's a hood drink
it's brown not because it's been aged. It's like brown because an
Who
additive.
died?
because it's a hood drink.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
So, now,
So- should not be
now
drinking that.
let's
What
talk about
1800?
let's talk about this, right? Let's talk about ignorance. I mean, real ignorance, right? And I'm just gonna. This is 8 at the table, so I got to go with it. And
Yeah.
yo,
You got to be ignorant.
if you have to, no. Ignorance is us teaching people
No,
not to be
I'm-
ignorant, right? But in a sense like this, right? If you're over 30, and you can't fuck.
Can't.
Like, cannot.
As a guy or girl or both?
Both.
Damn.
Like, I would imagine if
I
I'm
was-
32 years old and I'm getting on top of a woman who's 23, 24, 25, 26 years old, and I can't fuck, she probably like, yo, there's no hope for you.
She don't know better.
I'm not, it's
Yeah.
ignorant.
23.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
That's that.
That's
right.
why he's
that's
30
the right
years old and he
age.
can't
Somebody who doesn't
Right?
know what they
But-
do.
fucking
But
little
at the
girl.
same time, we could even change it. You both 35 and y'all get together and you both can't fuck or one person can't fuck. It's almost like we live in a society that is so unforgiving for the lack of skills
It's true.
after a certain place, right? Like when I was younger, let's say I made a new friend that when I was 30, I made a new friend, my friend's 30, and we get into a brawl at the bar. I'm squared up. Let's say he can't fight. I'm like, damn, man, at that age, you can't fight?
Not at that age. I feel like what are we talking about here? Like
I feel
I
like
think that
I
it
feel
has
like our
everything to
society
do with experience. If you are 30 anything and you can't fuck, I'm just going to assume, and maybe it is the truth and your experience, that you just not fucked a lot in your lifetime.
No. You fucked, but you just gave out a whole bunch
First of all,
of bad
that's
dick.
cap. Because that's the same dude that's
Whole
talking
bunch.
crazy to you. Telling you he's gonna knock your walls down
Thank
because he's
you.
been fucking
Honestly.
21-year-olds.
Thank
It's
you.
happened.
And
It's
now
happened.
he's 32 thinking he could fuck. No. See, for me, I'll be more
You think that's a guy who's been lied to, is what you're saying?
No. He was usually.
Yeah, no. That's what you're saying. No,
I don't think there was even a response. She don't even. She's 21. She don't really even know what she like yet.
That's true.
Like she don't even know her own body.
So she performing.
She's there.
She's
not even
there.
performing.
So,
She's
but
present.
so was it just
She-
her not knowing what she liked, or was it him not knowing how to give?
Well, I
It
mean,
was
maybe
both.
both.
because
yeah.
that's the reason why he can't give now, right? Because
He's
he
not
never had the
fucking-
criticism.
Okay, he's
or
not
the
fucking
lessons.
anybody of. Not I don't know.
Who
Who has
good previous experience?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or knowledge of their own body,
Yeah,
right?
that.
So, like, to be honest, in my personal opinion, I would say a girl who's 30 or 30, let's just use the word 30 number. If a girl was 30 and she can't fuck, I'd be forgiving. But as a 30-year-old man and I can't fuck, it's unforgivable. Like it's way, like, I'll be like, yo, you know what? It's cool. I'll teach you, right? To a certain extent. Now, if you're a pillow princess and not willing, that's a whole different ball game. Like with insecurities, that's a different ball game. But I'm just talking about you just have the lack of skill. I'm more so inclined to try to teach you, right, what I like, than if I was a 30-year-old man coming into the life of a 30-year-old woman and I don't have any skill at all. I'm talking about I can't
you
use
don't know how
the
to move
box,
your
right?
waist,
I can't even
can't
stroke.
eat,
Like
can't
I can't.
stroke.
She might be like, pack him up, pack Rico up, and I'm about to go ahead and comment on 8 at the table and tell everybody that he's capping. Because a lot of dudes that
I'm gonna
can't
go look in
fuck
the
think that they can.
Let's see.
So educated
They would've
point
been
that
there
what
already.
I'm saying is like I feel like in our like I won't say community, but we're very humans. Forget community, really, but humans are very unforgiving.
Mm.
Because
Well, I mean, it's.
I don't. So, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
It's
Just
just like
say
a
what you think,
woman.
Aaron.
It's
listen.
35. You can't give
no,
head.
I don't-
Like, what are you
I don't
doing
think
with your
that's
life?
fair because
Not with your life.
With your whole life.
What can't give head is
Not that this is what life is about.
That's what I went to school for.
But good head is a skill. Good head. I will say
it's also a requirement for most.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but in order
Oh.
for it to be good, it's a skill. But that's not the point I was trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is that men are allowed to have multiple experiences to build a skill set, whereas women are not encouraged to have these experiences to have the skill set. You understand what I'm saying? So if a woman is shamed or you can't be having sex with this many guys, like just like you said, you were told to stay away from guys. Like, how are you expected to have had these experiences to build a skill set?
I
You
don't
think
think it's a
anybody's gonna
quantity
give you
thing.
a thumbs
can't-
up for knowing how to suck
Right.
dick? No, they're gonna say you a hoe.